coming off the DraftKings NBA Live Final, and our team crushed, placing 4 teams in the top 10. The Run Pure logo was popping in the leaderboard. Run Pure members and employees were arm in arm on this year's leaderboard. JSU led the group with 2 top 10 lineups, finishing in both 6th and 9th place, hauling in over $225K. BigT took 10th place for $67K. Run Pure member and contributor Record 62 rounded out the top 10, finishing in 8th place for $100K. Congrats to RPS member Eden Cohen for also taking home over $17K in the tournament. Our NBA team has been on fire, and you can catch them for free over on our YouTube channel. Just make sure you head on over, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss when they go live. And you can check out BigT and Stevie on our free NCAA show Thursday through Sunday morning every day this week. Also, sign up today for a premium subscription to Run Pure Sports and take advantage of our promo for a limited time only. Use the promo code PLAYERS33. You can knock 33% off your first payment on a Run Pure subscription. That includes SaberSim plans to take advantage of this great deal to access premium videos, core plays, and projections from the top DFS players in the industry. Thanks again, guys, and make sure you head on over to Run Pure Sports today and take advantage of our great promo before it expires. Find out why all of our members are crushing NBA and PGA by accessing our premium content.
All right, here's the deal. We got a college basketball show today. Hope everybody had a good lineup yesterday. Run Pure Sports. We're going to do some college hoops. We got Big T, and then we got Stevie and Kurt Jones, who are sharing a bed in the same hotel room. It's absolutely amazing. One guy's sitting on the left side. The other guy is sitting on the right side. Wonderful to see you boys. Good morning, Tony. Hit the like button, Tony, if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe to the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel, that little red box in the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you for the plays yesterday and the bets yesterday. How are you feeling? What's going on?
Doing good. DFS was not good to me yesterday as far as college, but the bets were good. I just was looking at my action from yesterday because I didn't look last night. I think on the bet sheet, Run Pure Bets, if you haven't signed up, check it out. 8-5, not like incredible, but I did hit the plus 410 Richmond. So it was a nice little unit day. I think I won like 5 or 6 units yesterday. So if you looked at the sheet, hopefully you won with the boys. And I'm going to do better DFL. I'm not going to think the players are on the wrong team today. I'm going to get the job done today, along with the 2 boys here. Yeah, I didn't put you in there, Holden.
It's all right. I don't know why, but that's fine. No problem.
You did give me the Remy call, though. That was helpful.
Yeah, well.
So the 3 boys. I take that back. The 3 boys.
Yeah, it's okay. You could say 2.5.
You got any plays for me today if I need them?
Yeah, if you need them.
Okay.
Stevie, and I'm going to be tailing you.
I need them.
On the bets, man. I mean, it was just spectacular.
Did you get on Richmond with me?
I loved Richmond, too. That was a fun game, and they actually covered, and they won outright.
They're going to be a lock the next game, too, which they won't be, obviously, plus 410, but they're going to be a lock.
I'm afraid of them as a Kansas guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to. That's the type of team that beats them every single time. Mid-major stuff. Hey, Stevie, a few guys I need to talk to you about today, but before we get to them, because we'll break them down game by game. Like Arizona is the game tonight. I wonder what you think about the ownership, because we were talking beforehand. I think we'll both agree that the Cats are in a nice spot tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it yesterday, kind of looking forward to this game today. I think the total's low. I think Arizona scores 90 here. I think getting that game right is going to be the key to the slate for sure. And yeah.
90?
Tony's all pumped up because he's a big Grant Golden guy from Richmond. He loves that dude.
Yes, sir.
Should be a big fan of his. All right, hold on a second. Let me hit the like button. Here we go. Good morning, chat. What's up, everybody? Jordan Ehouse is in the house. Do you know him, Tony? You know Jordan?
He was here yesterday getting some buckets.
Yeah, he was there. Congrats to Mangone. I owe you $18, Mangone. For
Mangone, we got to talk about that for a second. Mangone showed a lot of heart out there. I'll give him credit. I bet Rubio the night before. Mangone impressed me. His game, not so much. I wasn't impressed with the game, obviously. but the heart, I mean, the determination. Rubio just backed down. I mean, Rubio was scared of Mangone. Mangone had like 97 rebounds in a one-on-one game.
Yeah.
It was he totally dominated the effort plays, and I got to give him credit. He got the job done.
Yeah, should have known Rubio would back down from a challenge.
He did too. I mean,
He
these
did.
guys will say it too. Like Mangone dominated the heart. He had more heart.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's true.
One of those one guy wanted it more games for sure.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Mangone was getting a lot of shit talked to him. He was angry.
I mean, he had just you could see it in his face, like he wanted it. He wanted it more.
I like that. And he had the advantage of a little extra rest because he wanted to postpone it, and he's coming from altitude down to sea level. So.
I'm not 100% sure the rest helped him. I mean, I saw Rubio the night before. He wasn't any better the night before. I'll tell you that much. So.
All right, guys. And then we got a guy I met this morning. It's Kurt Jones. Kurt's
freaking yoked too. I mean, this dude shows up yesterday with no clothes on. Like I had to send the wife in the house. And I mean, the dude is just yoked and calls me right out on my own court, says, come on out, let's play. I mean, he was getting after it. But DC did whoop him in some arm wrestling. Now that was the upset of the night. I can't believe he whooped him.
I got some title bucks with that one.
Muscles don't translate to arm wrestling, and my left shoulder, the one I won with, is literally killing me. Right's good though. I'm glad I threw with my right.
All right, Kurt, thank you for adding so much to the show with that statement. We appreciate that. Let's get into this. We don't want to be here for 3 hours today. So let's just give you the plays and we'll get right into it. Stevie, we'll start with you, of course. We don't even need broad thoughts. If you watched yesterday, you know the strategery. If you don't, go back and watch the show from yesterday. Loyola, Chicago, Ohio State. First of all, just real quick from a betting side, this line has flipped like 87 times. Nobody can decide whether or not they think it's Loyola or Ohio State. It's gone like a point and a half on both sides in the last 12 hours, Stevie. But do we want to mess with anything in this game, given that both teams play really, really slow?
Yeah, like you said, this is going to be a slow tempo game. We got EJ Liddell priced up a bit. He's at 10K. He's been awesome all season, All-American. I think he's like a contrarian tournament piece today, probably just because of the way the slate sets up. Branham's been great down the stretch, 25% shot rate the last three. I think he's in play for tournaments. And then, I mean, I think the reason that the line has moved back and forth so much is because we don't have a clear cut word on Kyle Young and Zed Key's status. You know, they've been game time calls for basically the entire week. I think they play. I like Ohio State a bit in this game. I feel like everyone's on Loyola just because, you know, like I said the other day on your radio show, everyone who watches college basketball for 2 weeks a year is picking Loyola in this game just because they recognize the name. I just don't think Holtman's going to let his team lose 2 first-round games in a row after the Oral Roberts debacle last year.
Not going to happen. Kurt Jones, would you like to add something here?
Yeah, so EJ's a more of a FanDuel play because it's a little more affordable. DraftKings, I can't pay for that much, and EJ's rebound rates will go way down if Key or Young play. So I just can't play 9-8 in a slow-paced game, even though they'll be playing all the way through him. Branham on DraftKings, definitely prefer him over Liddell.
Tony, first game of the day. You want any exposure here?
No, I don't see anything in this game. I'm just looking. I mean, I agree with Stevie as far as the bet side, though. Everyone's going to like Loyola just from the whole narrative of a few past years. They're still good, but Ohio State, if they're at full strength, are pretty talented. I mean, at times, I like a few of these guys, but I mean, the prices, I can't pay 98 for Liddell. I haven't followed it obviously as much as these guys this year. I'm assuming Loyola plays super, super slow again, right?
Yes.
Like always.
Same
coach and everything.
Tempo.
No,
new coach.
Different coach?
Denzel Valentine's brother.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's young.
Same team. Everything else is the same.
So nothing DFS wise for me. Ohio State for me, bets wise.
Ohio State for you. He went to Oklahoma, right?
Who?
Their head coach from last year. Where did he go to?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. This slate sets up kind of the opposite of yesterday, I feel, where we were all over the plays in the early games. I think we're going to have a bunch of plays later in the day. right after happy hour on Friday, it's going to set up pretty well for us, I think.
Happy hour starts a little earlier during this thing, though. Might be the second happy hour.
Yeah, right.
It'll be the second happy hour. Beautiful. Is Cape Fleet
Ohio
Burger-
State's an underdog in this game? I just pulled it up.
I told
We're getting
you.
one.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We're starting the day with a lock. Oh,
Well,
there's
yesterday.
no way Ohio State's lose. Wow. I thought I was going to see like Ohio State -3 or something.
No,
Nope.
no.
Ooh, it's
last night.
It is happy hour to start the day.
All right. So that's going on the sheet, money line. And,
Yeah. Well, just a free one to get people to sign up for Run Pure Bets.
yeah, we're just going with the money line, though, right? We don't want to take the points.
I mean, I usually just take both. I don't know. Yeah. If you're betting one, I don't know. I'd usually just split it.
You'll split it.
I do it like a unit in unit, but you can split it. I mean,
Yeah.
they're going to win, so it doesn't matter which side.
And Big T hates the Big Ten. So this is Big Ten.
And they suck. Yeah. Who? So I don't. I mean, I know the two. I mean, Stevie's awful Indiana team got just trounced,
God.
and Iowa went down. Who else played? Did they get any dubs?
Were those the only two? I can't remember off the top of my head, honestly.
They're the only two I
There's
remember,
so
but they
many games
easily
this
could have
year.
won another one. I can't remember. I don't have the bracket. Oh, I do have the bracket right here.
There you go. Oh, a printed bracket. That's the way to do it.
Michigan
look at that.
won.
Can we see it? Look at
Yeah.
this
You
bracket.
think
Hold on.
Titletown's ever seen a
that
printed
thing.
bracket? Whoa, look at that thing.
Yeah.
Wow. That's sexy.
Michigan won. That was it, I think.
All right.
Oh God, they could have lost too.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going here. Let's get to the next game.
Forgot about that narrative though. That does worry me a little bit that I shit on the Big
Yeah,
Ten, and then I'm
talking shit
starting
about
out
the
my
Big
day
Ten
with
all
Ohio
day.
State pretty heavy. That worries
Yeah.
me a little.
All right, Jacksonville State taking on Auburn. Auburn runs. Jacksonville State is slow. Jacksonville State is a 15-point dog. And we got a nice little total here, 138. Stevie, in this game, there's going to be some plays from Auburn, right? Just because of the pace, the talent, and the matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game will be played at Auburn's pace. These bigs on Auburn have been awesome tourney plays all season. Walker Kessler, number one shot blocker in the country. Maybe him or Chet. I don't know. Chet might have passed him yesterday with the 7 blocks he had. But Walker Kessler can put up that kind of game against a bad opponent like Jacksonville State. I think they're 15-point faves here. So, you get a little bit of the blowout risk, but we saw yesterday, if these teams can just stay within arm's reach, these studs on the 1 and 2 seeds are going to crush like Oscar did yesterday. I think Jabari is priced a little too close to Walker for me to play him over Walker Kessler. And then I think Wendell Green is an interesting tourney play at 6'8", but no main team plays for me here. And then on Jacksonville State, the stud they have is Darian Adams, the senior guard. He's at 6'2". He's going to play every minute, 22% shot rate on the season. Good player, but obviously a massive step up in competition here playing Auburn.
Okay. Kurt, anything? Jack State and Auburn?
I like Walker Kessler, 10 block upside. Like I said, Jabari's a shot, it's a bucket getter, but
Hold on, Walker Kessler has 10 block upside?
oh yeah, he can get triple double with blocks. He's done it twice this year, right, Stevie?
Yep. He has 2
Yeah.
triple doubles with blocks.
I like Green as like an alternate, last piece in just to get an Auburn exposure because he has that 35% assist rate, L3. And KD Johnson is the current play for not DraftKings, but FanDuel. He shot, what was it, Stevie? Like 1 of 30. Shot 0 of 14
during the tournament.
last game. He's 4,800 on FanDuel. It's not a safe play, but that's my type of play. Play a guy who's still cheap on there, and he'll keep shooting. That's all I got for this.
I like Kurt.
Kurt, these are the guys I told you yesterday. We got to get you to stop playing.
Oh, he shot 14 times, Tony.
He didn't make any of them though.
No, it's called variance.
I'm looking at this dude. Okay, so this is again. I always preface this because I'm obviously not. I'm not a college. Oh, you're not DK. Okay, I'll back up then. No DK.
4,800 on FanDuel.
I was gonna say at 6K when I don't see any games like above like 30, we got problems. Okay, well you clarify. I'm good now.
Yeah.
All right. Stevie, do you have a light?
He's gonna stroke now too. By the way, I know he's gonna crush now that I made fun of him. He's gonna stroke.
You want anything on this game, Tony?
I mean, I can't play Walker Kessler. He's too
Okay.
big and too white and too bad. But
You
I don't
played
know what's the
Dickinson
deal.
yesterday?
What's that?
You play Dickinson, Hunter Dickinson? That was a good white guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like him much either. But so this Darian Adams is going to play the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
He'll definitely be in my player pool. I don't know if he's going to be a main. Stevie got me excited last night saying it's going to be all the mid majors. I don't know. This looks like a guy like that. If you give me 40 minutes from a team's best guy against yesterday, we got a little unlucky with these games too, because they stayed close in some spots. So the good guys stayed in, the good guys smashed, like the Gonzaga guys, Oscar. I mean, a few other spots I'm sure that I'm not remembering, but maybe we get a blowout or something, and it actually helps Darian Adams a little bit just to relieve the pressure. So I don't know. I'm going to play him 6,200. He's projected for almost 30. Sign me up.
All right. What's up, everybody in the chat? Good to see so many people in there today. You get a shot, hit the like button for us, and subscribe. Hoop said he's going to have a big something coming up when we hit 10,000 subscribers, and we're not that far away. So just hit the subscribe button, bottom right-hand corner. If you guys are interested in signing up, so much going on at RPS right now. Obviously, the college basketball, Susie's crushing tennis. We got MMA, LOL, any other NBA. All this stuff is going on right now. So it's absolutely terrific. Players 33, plus you get Saber Sim, our optimizer and projection system. Here's what I needed to ask you about, Stevie. It's Azar Swain with Yale. I know nobody's heard of him, but he's going to be the guy that just chucks it a million times. Purdue playing nice and slow. I'm sure that Yale's going to have they're going to have some problems scoring, aren't they? But what about Swain? Is this a guy we can roster today?
Yeah, I think Swain's a fun tournament play. I mean, hard to argue with a 31% shot rate last three. The price is good. You know, Tony and I talked yesterday, you know, these studs on the low majors, as long as they're, you know, in the 5-6K range, I'm okay with it. It's when they get, you know, 7-8K with the huge bump up in talent that, you know, I start to get a bit nervous. I think Purdue pounds Yale today. I think they just crush Yale. So yeah, I mean, there's some concern that, you know, it's a 25-point game. I think he's tournament play, probably not main team play, but the good thing about Yale is that they basically run four guys out there the whole game, and they're all priced, you know, in spots where you can play them in tournaments, I think, especially because Purdue's got such great tournament plays on their side as well. You know, guys that you aren't super comfortable rostering on a main team like Edie and Travion, you know, just because of the minutes concern. So, I mean, this game sets up really well for, you know, 2 Yale plus a Purdue bring back, something like that.
Kurt, you got any plays in this one?
I like Swain. I think he made my alternate lineup. And I ran it back with one of the Purdue bigs, either one. And then I really, as value, I really like this freshman guard they have. His rates are like, he's got like 12% across the board. He's 4K. It's Bez. I'm not going to botch the last name. 4K guy for Yale. I have some interest in him.
Tony, do we want to go to Yale and Purdue today?
So I was just looking through because there is a bunch of plays in this game. I don't know, like the one guy that pops the most in the projections is Matt Noling. Like, looks pretty shitty to me, so I'm not going to play him. I think people will play him though, just because his projection's decent. I mean, 4,300 projected over 20. I think he might suck though, so I'm not going to.
He's always looking
him.
He's always looking to pass.
He's a passer too. Yeah, I mean, he just looks terrible. I'd rather play the dude Kurt just brought up. He's elite. I mean, he just came off a 36. He's got a 31, a 32, a 22, a 25, all kinds of guy. I like that, Kurt. I mean, I like that play. I mean, and he's going to be.
I'm just hoping the moment's not too big for him because he's a freshman. You know, we're going against Purdue.
He's at Yale. No moment's going to be too big for no kid at Yale. I mean, these dudes. I don't know. They might get. I'm kind of with Stevie that I don't like the Big Ten, but man, I do think this might blow out though too.
Yeah,
I'm with it though. This dude's got to be okay in a blowout, so I'm on him. Man, I don't know. I'm frustrated with these bigs though. Travion last game was mega chalk. He crushed. His projection's high. I just can't do it though. He just doesn't play enough. I don't know. I hate the minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. He projects good though. There's a bunch of plays in this game if you do like guys in the spot.
I definitely prefer the Yale guards. I don't really like running bigs up against that Edie, Travion. Plus, I mean,
Yeah.
as a quote unquote big, he's 6'5". He's going to have to guard Travion Williams. So, yeah, I think there's some definite risk there for the Nolan play.
Okay.
I like that too. There's nothing better than when a guy pops and he just looks so shitty.
Oh, we got another one coming up too.
We got another one
I
too.
like
Yeah.
that.
Like button, subscribe button, bottom right-hand corner for subscribe. Can't wait to see what Hoop busts out for the 10,000 subscribers. The next game, I don't even know if there's anything to talk about here. Villanova, Delaware, neither team plays fast. Stevie, can we dig up a Nova player today? 133.5 is the total, 15.5 is the spread here. Anything from Nova?
It would be tough to because DK didn't put it on the slate.
Well, there you go.
They're on FanDuel. I don't know how long, but I'm coring Justin Moore on FanDuel.
On FanDuel.
If they keep the game on there, they might take it
Do
off.
you not play FanDuel, Stevie?
No, I'm, with the mania going on, I'm trying to focus on DK.
I like the
especially this
fact
week.
that Kurt does a lot of FanDuel stuff.
I just started this
He
week.
does a lot.
I
You just
didn't
started?
even know. I didn't even know FanDuel had college basketball.
Barely. Barely.
What are the prize pools? Like $100 max?
I think today might be a 5K to first $9 main.
Okay.
FanDuel's so pathetic though. Like it's the tournament and they give us a 5K to first. Like
Yeah.
Come
They
on.
don't give a shit.
literally.
They don't fucking care. Okay, let's just poop on that game and we'll move on to the next one. Come
At
on,
risk of sounding like an idiot after yesterday. Does Texas Tech now play or something? What was that one?
Did we skip the Texas Tech game, Holden?
I think it was on purpose. Had to be on purpose.
I mean, that could be true. Maybe Holden had some hindsight on it. There might not be any
because,
play.
well, listen, I've seen
Yeah,
a
the
lot of
games.
Montana State. Okay, being out here in the big sky. I don't really see too much going on. This is going to be an ugly game if you ask me. Actually, I haven't bet the under, but I'm definitely looking at it in a live spot. But I mean, Stevie, anything from Texas Tech today on that side? I mean, we know Xavier Bishop can do some magic for Montana State, but is he worth rostering?
Yeah, Bishop's got the 28% shot rate, 58% assist rate last three. But I mean, this is easily the toughest matchup of the season. Texas Tech just doesn't allow anything inside the arc. He's a 5'8" point guard
We're so
going
long.
up against, one of the longest, best defensive teams in the country. Probably won't end up with him, especially on a main team. I could see it if you're playing a bunch of lineups just because he projects pretty well.
Steve, what's the shortest guard for Tech? What's the shortest guard?
I'll pull that up.
I mean, it's 6'3", I think.
Their shortest starting guard is Adonis Arms at 6'5". I was hoping that McCullough would stay cheap here, but they bumped him up. You know, he's been coming back from the injury, but at 5'6", you know, he has played the 30 minutes in two straight, but Texas Tech just kind of spreads out their usage so much. He's definitely my favorite play from them, but not gonna rush to the window to put money on him. That's for sure.
Kurt, what do you want to do with this, man?
Not even touching it. McCullough cost me the seat the other day, so no.
Fuck it. Tony?
Yeah, I'm
Want me
gonna
to say
play
it for
this. I'm gonna play this little midget guard that they're talking about.
No, don't.
I mean, I'm not going to play him on my main team. I'm not going to fade him though. Like looking at his stuff, I mean, he's got so many games in the 30s.
You talking
Yeah,
about
And he's
Bishop?
5,800. I get what they're saying, but like this game could blow out. He's going to be decent in a blowout. There's lots of paths at 5,800. I'm just not fading these. I'm not fading the mid-major best player that could play 40 minutes at 5,800. Like he's not going to be on my main team though. I agree with their points on that, but I'm not full fading him in my 150.
No, I think you definitely have to have him with, if you're playing multiple teams.
All right, we got Cameron McGusty, or as Stevie calls him, McDusty, and the Miami.
He's been
Hurricanes.
dusty lately.
Yeah, and the Miami Hurricanes taking on Southern Cal. You know, last year you had the good Mobley. This year, I guess his brother Isaiah is going to be okay, right? And he's priced up again, 8K. That's how we do it. But I mean, 8K, Stevie. Do we want to go to Isaiah Mobley?
Not a screaming value on this slate, but it's a good matchup. I mean, Miami has one of the worst Power 5 defenses in the country. They're going to pace up Southern Cal a little bit here. KenPom's actually got this game 73-72, which is about 6 points higher than the total, which is pretty surprising. So yeah, I think you can get to Mobley here. He's been awesome all season. He's more of like a cash type play because he doesn't have a ton of ceiling games, but he just almost never hurts you. You know, he's so solid across the board. I definitely prefer him to Drew Peterson. I think Peterson's projection is a bit high here. And he hasn't been good lately. He wasn't that good in the Pac-12 tournament. Would definitely rather get to Mobley. Kurt's the Florida guy, so I'll let him talk about the Miami guys because I just don't ever get to them, especially at these prices.
These Miami guys have been so good to me. I mean, Miller is on one right now. I don't know how USC's link's going to affect him, but he did fine against Duke. And with Stevie saying that the total is going to be nicer, Miller's got to be back in play. And I think I love about him is, knock on wood, he doesn't foul. Like, he's super smart about not getting fouls. Wong's going to keep on shooting, 6,500. He could get there. None of these guys are main team plays for me. Miller could be a second or third team play for me. Charlie Moore's very safe, not a good ceiling as Wong. And I don't have any issues with Mobley and like maybe a fourth or fifth. Boogie Ellis is too expensive. The dude just chucks, doesn't do anything else. And Miami runs a short rotation. There's nothing else to talk about.
All right. The total's 139.5 here. You don't care about that, Tony, so I don't even know why I brought it up. USC a slight favorite, -2. Talk to me here. We got a medium pace going on with Miami, and then Southern Cal likes to slow
Wasn't
it
that
down.
like an old Adam Sandler song? Like,
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, I like that, Holden.
Yeah.
You those CDs were such
Shove it up
classics.
my ass at a medium pace.
Oh, that's a
I
good
was just listening
throwback.
to that with my girl like 2 weeks ago. All right, what's
Yeah.
up, dude? What do we got?
Me too. We listened to that song too while we did it. But
Did you?
I like Miami. Yeah, Miami's been pretty good to me too. I actually, Miami's guards, give me guards in the tournament. I think these guards are good, just pulling them up. I mean, you got 4 guys that I think are pretty good, and I don't like USC just from watching them. I mean, their best dude. Oh, no, I guess not their best dude, Mobley, because Mobley's their best dude. But that white dude freaking sucks, and everyone thinks he's good. I hate that guy. Miami, all these dudes are like priced fairly. And I do kind of agree with Kurt where I don't think they have a crazy high ceiling, most of them. But I do think they're like rock solid to get you in the 30s or so. As far as McGusty, I mean, he's been decent. I mean, I pull him up. He's got a ton of good games lately. I don't know. Charlie Moore, Jordan Miller, Wong. I like all those dudes. The USC side, though, I mean, Peterson, good God, he's so bad. But Mobley, I'll for sure play because I think he's got a pretty decent matchup inside. Mm-hmm. I like what he shows. And I don't know what's the deal with this Boogie Ellis dude. He's the only other guy on my list.
He's a shot reliant scorer. He does absolutely nothing.
I'm not playing
else,
any of them anymore after
6,300 too.
Kurt told me I wasn't allowed to play these dudes, so I can't play them anymore.
Well, after Shabazz just shit on us yesterday.
I'm
Shabazz
listening
is
to
better
Kurt.
than Boogie. I think Shabazz is better.
If he's better than Boogie, then Boogie's getting X'd out because Shabazz hurt my feelings.
Okay.
Tony, the big thing with him is like, do you want, the fourth option shot only guy at 6K, or do you want the stud on the smaller team that's going to play 40 minutes and shoot it 20 times, because their price is the same.
Stud. So yeah, the 4 guards from Miami and Mobley for me in this game, and definitely Miami as far as a bet.
Do you remember when Peterson went for 50 for us and won the 222?
I don't know.
Yeah, his one good game.
That was amazing.
He sucks so freaking bad.
He went for 60 that one night.
Yeah. I don't. He might have
we
been on
we
drugs.
were playing it. Like the whole team was out. There's like 2 or 3 guys that were out.
Yeah,
that's the only reason.
He's like embarrassing when I watch him.
Because he's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm not using him here.
Okay. Say it again. Like button, subscribe button, bottom right-hand corner. I see K Falik is in here, so we could just say like button a million. Hey,
is
K
he
Falik,
on his way? He did ask. I will say he asked the city of my house. Is he going to surprise us? You think? You think, Holden?
I think he's going to show up.
Do you? I hope so.
I looked again at flights, and then it said it was going to take me 9 hours.
If you showed up, you might like the whole house might explode if you showed up. Just out of nowhere, like if you just showed up,
just on a Sunday, just stroll in there.
That would be a good momentum shift for us.
But
like
again,
right after the show, you hop on a plane. No one would expect it.
Hoop's bringing his wife, and I'm not allowed. So sorry, guys. I know. I know it's disappointing.
We might need it after that Teddy Allen game yesterday, man.
Yeah, we took it yesterday. Okay, so Here's the deal. Kate Philippe Burner in the chat saying Hollywood Squares. He's watching Hollywood Squares. I realized yesterday that the Price is Right is still on. That is awesome. That was one where you come home from school and you're sick and you just watch the Price is Right in the morning. It was wonderful. Notre Dame and Alabama. Get me away from that tangent. Notre Dame plays super slow. Alabama plays super fast. I like Bama here today. Stevie, I do wonder if we can run some Notre Dame guys, given that I think they're going to have to run against Bama today. Can you start with the Irish?
Yeah, so Bama just basically forces teams into their pace with how they play. The Irish have a super tight rotation. You know, like I said, with one game yesterday, I think it was JSU that was laughing. You know, some teams just play 5.5 guys. You know, they have 5 guys and then one guy who plays like 18 off the bench, and that's what. I'm not sure if their main team plays, because like I don't see huge ceiling in them, but tough to see these guys hurting you at the prices they are in the game environment and the pace. Atkinson's coming off the monster game against Rutgers. We've been playing athletic bigs against Bama the entire season. No real reason to stop now. I like him best, I think, in tournaments.
Stevie.
I mean,
with the draft cheat hotel internet, man. Kurt, I hope you don't freeze up. Are you there, Stevie?
am I gone?
No, now you're back. You were. He's back. He's down again. Kurt, why don't you take it from there, man?
Kurt's in the same spot. Hopefully,
yeah, but I think his
Am
internet works.
Am I good?
Yeah.
So like Steve said, the Notre Dame guys, it's kind of like with those 4, because Goodwin's just been terrible. With Wesley, Laz, Atkinson, and Hub, it's kind of like just throwing a dart. I don't do it in a main team, but one of the alternate lineups is fine. I prefer Wesley on DraftKings personally. I think he's better than all these guys. Honestly, more talented. It just doesn't show. He shoots the most, has the highest shot rate, and I think this game environment might really suit him more than everyone else. Paul Atkinson is basically a lock on FanDuel at 5-1. Laz has a high ceiling, but I just prefer Wesley.
Tony, you want to do anything here in this game? I think if Alabama controls the pace here, things are going to go very well for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game, you have to have some interest. I do worry about the ceilings a little bit just from looking at the past results. But, man, if they play 5 guys, Bama picks up the pace like these guys said. I don't know how a couple of them don't get there. I mean, they're all 6K, and they're going to play the whole game versus Bama. The problem is I don't know which one. I tried to find one I liked more than the others. I don't know. I guess Wesley would be my favorite looking at it. That is the hard part for me, trying to like rank them 1 to 5. For me, I'm sure these guys have. What's that?
I'll go Wesley. Just for point for value, Wesley, Laz, Atkinson, and then probably
they're
Hub.
all the same price though, so it's easy.
Yeah. Well, then 300 from Laz and Atkinson.
Yeah, it doesn't mean nothing though. Rank them 1 to 5 points. I don't need no point per dollar. Who's got the upside for me?
Wesley, Atkinson, Laz, Hub.
I thought Hub was like their best dude last year or something. How's he their
He
fourth
was.
best
He's just
dude?
old and dusty now.
He's just old.
He's just old and dusty now.
I'm not playing him then if he's old and dusty. I'm going to rank him 5th.
Yeah, Wesley's the stud freshman point guard.
Okay, I'm playing him. You guys both sold me.
What about
the Bama side? Is the interesting one, I think.
I want to hear I want to hear Kurt's thoughts on the one dude I talked about last night.
Oh yeah, Quinn.
Steve, you gonna play him?
No, Quinn has stolen so much money from me this season.
On FanDuel, they price the Bama guards similar to how they've been pricing the Tennessee guards. They're all really cheap. It's tough to pick the right one, but they're so cheap. I think you got to take a stab on it on FanDuel. DraftKings, I'm not doing it.
It sounds like every single player on the slate is free on FanDuel today from what Kurt's talking about.
That's it. The slate's easy, says Big T. The slate's just so easy, guys.
I'm shipping FanDuel today.
Do you know you kind of look like a young version of Vanilla Ice? You know who Vanilla Ice is?
I've gotten a lot of comparisons. I've never gotten.
You look a lot like Vanilla Ice,
be the
man. Yeah, put some shit in your hair and you'll be great. Stevie, we didn't hear you about Alabama real quick. Do you want to run it down?
Yeah, I was just going to say, they're not values. They're kind of priced exactly where they've been the entire season. But yeah, I mean, they're great tourney plays. Shaq is going to shoot a bunch of threes. Quinn, will either tilt you or put up 35. But, I do like the pace in this game. One of them will probably get there. It's just, we've been playing whack-a-mole with the Bama guards the entire season. So,
okay.
Yep.
Hey, let me get into the next one real quick. You're a Virginia Tech guy. That's actually how I learned about you, Stevie, all those years ago in DC. Virginia Tech guy here, and they take on Texas, and this might be the slowest game of the day. Neither team likes to even get the ball past half court, but before like 7 seconds, I think, Stevie. Any plays whatsoever here. It's gross.
Yeah, both teams outside the top 340 in tempo. Worst total on the slate. I don't see anything DFS wise. They're priced as if they're playing a faster team. Definitely not playing anyone from this game. I just hope that we pull this out. But we're kind of free rolling after last weekend, winning the AC tournament. That was awesome. Texas has been disappointing all season. They've lost 3 in a row coming in here on the vine, or do they get a second wind? I have no idea.
Okay. Kurt, anything from Virginia Tech? Either side, actually.
On FanDuel, I think a couple of them are cheap for both the teams, but I'm actually not even doing it there either. So no.
Okay. Tony?
Yeah, nothing for me here, but I am betting Virginia Tech for sure. We're going to win. It's not a free roll. I'm with Stevie. We're arm in arm today. I think who do they play if they win?
Purdue.
Yeah, they're going to beat Purdue too. They're going to the Sweet 16. Stevie's going to leave my house with full wood. Woodrow Wilson.
Let's do it.
Are you feeling Virginia Tech today, Stevie? I know you're biased, but
yeah, I mean, it's a good matchup for them. Texas is definitely more talented, but we're hot.
Sucks. We're rolling them, Stevie. We're rolling them.
We're
Bring
hot
me
right
some
now.
Vol Tech gear today.
Texas is good.
I might still have some Michael Vick's gear. I might pull out an old school Michael. How big a Woodrow Wilson would Stevie have if I had a freaking Michael Vick jersey on today for him?
I hope you have enough high noons.
Amber actually just went to restock, so we're going to be restocked for today.
I told you it'd last us through Thursday afternoon.
No, everyone else put all these requests in, and they drank all the damn high noons. They should have just said high noons.
I don't even know what that is. So there you go.
It's a drink that Olive Rum Pure freaking
is it a beer?
Loves.
Is it beer?
It's like a seltzer, I think. I don't know.
It's like a vodka mixed drink type of thing.
Tastes good. I know that.
It's like a vodka soda.
Zima. Okay. Next game on the list, Stevie. Here's another slow one, right? Chattanooga, Illinois. Now, I love Silvio De Souza, so you can go screw yourself there, Stevie. They also got Malachi Smith on Chattanooga. You might remember him at Dayton. They got 7 D1 transfers. So there's just a ton of transfers playing over here. Obviously, Kofi Coburn. You talk about Woodrow Wilson for Stevie. I think, this is the guy for him. So I want to get your thoughts. I did back Chattanooga already, plus 8.5 from a betting side. They can hang with Illinois. I think they got the they got the experience. They've got some talent. I know you don't like De Souza. I think he has a nice, at least bangs around today. Can we play anyone for DFS though? Is the question.
Yeah, I think this is a great game for DFS. A little bit sneaky here. Like you said, Chattanooga's got more talent on the court than most mid-majors. And if they keep this close, I think that just makes it so much better for Kofi. I love him here. He is going to mash De Sousa.
Yeah.
I think you can play De Sousa in tournaments. I'm really concerned about the foul trouble going up against Kofi the entire game. I think Kofi's got monster ceiling here. They're going to funnel the entire offense through him. Kerr being back, I think even helps Kofi even more with the pick and roll. And on this slate, yesterday we had 5 or 6 guys that we kind of liked up top. Not as many today to choose from, which makes Kofi stand out just a little bit more to me. And then on the other side, Chattanooga's got just a mega stud in Malachi Smith. His rates are insane. 27% shot, 23% rebound, 23% assists last 3.
Love him.
With the great peripherals, you just don't see these rates at 6K. Not the best matchup. He projects awesome. I'm going to play him. If I get burned in Mania by a guy who projects for 32 at 6K, then so be it.
Deal with it. Kurt Jones, Chattanooga, Illinois. Do you like Kofi as much as Stevie Boynton?
I do. I think his floor is so nice, and the ceiling we've not seen in a while, like that 50-point ceiling, but it's definitely there today. Malachi Smith, our boy so far this morning, I like him too. For another shot-dependent guy for maybe some game stacks is Jean Baptiste. He's a chucker, doesn't do anything else, but it's 5,100. Maybe in a blowout, he just starts ultra chucking. Not a main team play. Curb gonna get hurt with Granderson back. The shot rate probably goes down a little bit, but man, it really just kills Hawkins more. I'm not gonna have Curb.
Yeah.
Any of the other Illinois guys in my main besides Kofi, but Kofi and Malachi lead the way here with a couple other options.
Yeah, I think you can play Curb in tournaments. Hawkins is pretty dead with Grandison back.
Yep.
What kind of pieces you want from this game, Tony?
Yeah, yesterday, my upset of the day, what came through for me today, Chattanooga is going to win this game out.
It was Richmond. We talked about taking Richmond.
Love
Plus
Richmond.
410 yesterday, plus 280 today. Yeah, Illinois. I hate Illinois. They're freaking. I mean, Kofi sucks. Everybody loves Kofi. Big stiff. Screw Kofi. I do agree that he's like one of the only stud plays on the slate, but he'll probably get in foul trouble. The dude's a donkey. And yeah, Chattanooga's going to win outright. Malachi Smith, best play, or one of the best plays on the slate. I like this Jean Baptiste gunner dude that freaking Kurt was just talking about. I'm going to play him at 5,100. He's going to get hot today. Is he a whitey? Does he stroke?
He's not a whitey.
Oh, I thought he was like a European dude or something by his name.
He's the guy who hit the 3 to send them to the tournament.
Yeah, he's going to hit a 3 to knock Illinois out of this tournament. So give me Chattanooga today. I'm unsure of Kofi because I do think he sucks, and I think he's going to
hate that guy. He's literally he looks like a man amongst like little baby kids out there.
He looks
like you out on the slab.
Whatever, dude.
Looks like dirt out.
Stevie got that one. All right, here's the deal. We need the
giant amongst other little boys.
Oh God.
The problem is the game translates how Kofi's game translates.
I don't have the post moves. I'm not as dominant in the post.
Yeah, nothing.
He has better post moves than Mangone, that's for sure. I'll tell you that.
Thank you,
Big
Steve.
T, are you salty over Kentucky?
Kentucky did hurt, man. I was heavy on them. We got them in the auction. I paid a bunch for the auction. Did not feel good. They were my national championship pick. They deserve to lose, though. So when the team deserves to lose, they go home. It definitely. I mean, my family took it harder than me. They were all sad when Uncle T went home crying. Uncle T went to bed at like 9:30 because they lost. I mean, yeah, it wasn't good for the wallet, Holden. But we move on to today, like DFS.
Yeah, I hopped on him plus 400 late, so we got a little bounce back with that one. There was a couple of tough losses, dude. That San Diego State loss, I shouldn't.
That one, yeah. I mean, that one
brutal.
Freaking killed me too. Oh,
that was awful.
Tony, we knew it too. You know, when the first two Mountain West teams blew it, we're like, we gotta fade San Diego State tonight.
Suck.
That was that was the worst loss of the day, and it was kind of hidden because other stuff was going on.
Not for me.
And, it was a brutal.
It was the end of the Kentucky game.
Yeah.
And I'm all pumped up, and I actually got the San Diego State game with the volume though, and then I'm just slowly watching it melt away, and it was
they were literally dominating an entire game, and then they freaking just blew it.
Whole game, 6 to 8 points.
Yeah, and Kalkbrenner blows out his ACL too. Creighton's in trouble on Saturday for sure.
Good, rock chalk. Like button would be good. Subscribe button bottom right hand corner. We've talked about that a ton. You'll at least get notified when all of our shows go on the air. So that'll be very nice. Oh, let's get to the big one here. Let me guess. Jim Nance is on the call for Duke and Cal State Fullerton. We like Cal State Fullerton in the conference tournament. I don't know how we can like them too much against Duke today. 18.5 is the spread. I know Duke has had some issues, against some shadier teams in the past. I think Lehigh was a 15-2, wasn't it? But Stevie, I'm not worried about Duke today. I do wonder if there's anybody from that side that we want to play. Paolo Banchero is always an option, but do we want to trust them in a game that could be a complete blowout?
Yeah, I mean, the Duke had trouble with Virginia Tech on Saturday. I'll tell you that. The issue with Paulo is like, you're playing him over Kofi, you're playing him over Johnny Davis. Just tough for me.
What's wrong with that? That sounds good to me. You just sold me there. I'm in.
He has 1 rebound games. He'll have a whole game where he gets 1.
I want some Stevie Boynton bucks today. Right now, give me Paulo over the Big Stiff. How much?
Oh, let's go.
Please.
How much you want, Hundy?
Yeah, sure. Okay. You can take the Title can just pay you from the Kurt arm wrestling.
Come on.
He didn't pay his Hundy? Do I need to go wake him up and ask him why he didn't pay his Hundy?
No, I told him to roll it over.
That's
but
his
yeah,
ankle,
I mean,
by the way, Tony, was he seriously hurt?
What?
Title's ankle.
I mean, he looks hurt. Yeah, I think he's hurt for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's good to know.
No, I think Paulo's got a good floor here. What Kurt, I think, was about to say is we just haven't seen that like 45 plus ceiling from Paulo
Today.
that I think Kofi does have. But I mean, this is a good matchup. Fullerton's
I'm calling it right now. He's going for 60 today.
Maybe the first time of the season.
Like I actually have a take on this, that they're playing for Coach K. He looked literally distraught when they lost to Carolina. I heard a few comments. He's going nuke today.
Well, then I'll talk about the Fullerton side so you can talk about Duke. Anasicki is the Tennessee transfer. He's been crushing down the stretch, 20% shot rate, 46% rebound rate last 3. Duke's pretty soft inside. He projects well. I don't think that he hits that monster projection. But yeah, I think he's a good play on the slate. A bit worried for like a main team, but I think definitely if you're playing multiple teams or like 3 max, I think you get him in there. Duke's weakness defensively is inside, even though they've got Mark Williams. He's more of a shot blocker than a stopper. But yeah, outside of Paulo, everyone's kind of priced correctly. I guess you could play Keels as like an MME play. He's got good steal upside at 6'6".
Okay, we'll take that. Kurt Jones, anything from the Duke game?
Nothing else different besides they said Milstead for Cal State Fullerton, good rates. I think you'll have kills on him. Is that right, Steve? Kills will be on Milstead.
Yeah, I think so.
It scares me a little bit, but I still think if you're entering a lot of lineups, get a share of that because it's not like Duke scares me that much defensively, and he has good rates. 6K.
Tony, want to eat some Duke chalk today?
I mean, I want Paulo for sure because he's going to go for 60. But
okay.
I think these Fullerton guys are near locks, meaning Anoski or whatever his name is and Milstead. Those 2 guys just look too cheap to me. I think they score on Duke, even though I think Duke scores. I mean, what's the total in this game? 145. Yeah, I like the over on that. I mean, I think there's a bunch of points. I think this is the game today, fantasy-wise, that we saw yesterday, like Gonzaga, Kentucky, where a few of the studs went off because the game stayed closer. I think that's this game. I plan to stack this game a little bit, and I think everyone in this game crushes. I only really like the Duke side as far as Paulo, maybe Mark Williams if you don't want to play Paulo. One of those 2 is going to go off, though. Can I play them together? I can't play them together, can I, Stevie, or can I?
I think no, because if you're playing Paulo, you're playing him because he's getting everything in this game, I think.
Yeah. So if you fade Paulo, play Mar. I'm going to set a rule right now so I don't forget that I want one of those 2, not 2, not 0. I want one of those 2 on all of my teams, all 150. And then I want 2 of Anoski, Milstead, and this San Antonio dude. Give me 2 of those 3 to go with one of the 2 Duke guys on all my teams. And the over, I'm betting the over too for sure.
Let's get to this Iowa State game. I've seen some Iowa State this year. They are taking on LSU. LSU can play, up tempo, but Iowa State wants to slow this thing down. Stevie, Iowa State was like what, 2-20 something last year, 2-22.
Yep.
And then this year they've just completely turned it around. It's absolutely amazing. Isaiah Brockington, let's start with him. Want to get your thoughts if we can roll with Brockington. Really, if you like anybody in this game, either side.
I don't really like anyone besides Easton in this game. I think it's going to be low scoring. LSU plays fast, but they got an awesome defense. Iowa State plays slower with a good defense. I think this is kind of a sneaky rock fight. Everyone's on Iowa State here because LSU just fired Wade. I think LSU rolls them here. Iowa State started the season really, really well. They sucked the last month and a half. I think they're dead. I think LSU wins this and maybe one more. LSU's a good team, man. Easton's the best player on the court. The only issue is he doesn't start. He's the sixth man and he has some foul troubles. But I mean, this is a lottery pick. So, you're betting on the talent. The only issue is if he fouls, he plays 22 minutes. But, he does have huge upside in any game just because of his steal block. And he's one of these guys that can put fantasy points on you in a hurry.
What do you think about the side real quick? This was a game I'm looking. I'm going to ask you guys about the betting side because I'm actually looking at LSU today minus the 4. What do you think?
I took LSU -4 on Tuesday. So yeah.
Okay. So you've been there for a while. You probably told me that in the show too, a couple of days ago, and I didn't listen. Idiot.
About 30 seconds ago, I said it, I think.
Yeah, and 30 seconds ago. Kurt Jones, when you're done hitting up your girlfriend over there, what's up?
I'm on Tinder trying to get some of these Kentucky girls. Let me see. It's a
Stay away
128.
stay away from my sister.
How
Where
old's
they
your
at?
sister, Tony?
Huh?
How old's your sister?
My age.
I got 4 of them, and they're all in Kurt's age range. So I want him to. Yeah, I mean he's got to lay low on my sister. Huh?
So I'm trying to get them all in my DMs.
Yeah.
128 total.
Tony didn't find that funny, Kurt.
I kind of did think it was a little funny.
Liar. He's trying to play Cupid. He's trying to help me.
No, I am not trying to help.
He wants
Trying
me
to
be
play
in the family.
Cupid.
He wants me to be in the family.
All right, go for it, Kurt.
128 total. I feel like anything you're playing here, you're really forcing. But if you want to attack Iowa State's shitty rebounding, then Easton Days, guys like that. But it really feels like you're forcing it. I'm completely fading the game. Iowa State can't rebound, but that's all I got.
Okay, Tony. Iowa State, anything here? LSU, anything here?
Nothing DFS wise, but I'm taking the under 128.5. I think LSU will win too. Iowa State, I mean, they didn't show me anything when I watched them this year. I like the SEC, even though Kentucky let me down. I'm taking LSU and under, and nothing for sure. Nothing DFS wise though.
Okay, for sure, nothing DFS.
Yeah, I hate this game.
And now we're just
I think it might be in the 50s, the score, way under.
All right. The next game's the sexy game. We'll get to that in a second. I do want to talk about the site real quick. First of all, like button, be nice to get to 100. And then subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10,000. Hoop said there's a big point. Something's going down at 10,000. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited. So I even subscribed to the channel. Forgot that I hadn't done that. Also, the code right now, 33% off your first payment to Run Pure Sports. The code is PLAYERS33, players, PLAYERS 33. You can get Stevie's playbook, cores, Kurt's cores, all these guys' cores today for college basketball. We have a ton of stuff there. You also get any other sport you can think of. Baseball starting back up. We're still in full swing in the NBA. By the way, Tony, it might be worth tuning in today because I don't know how cognizant I'm going to be by the time that game starts after sweating some of these games early in the day, but that's okay. It's Run Pure. We can get away with that once in a while. So sign up, man. Players 33. It's going to be, if you're not a part of Run Pure Sports, I don't know what you're waiting for at this point. Wright State and Arizona. A lot of people got Arizona taking it all. And there's a lot of good plays from this one. Stevie Boynton. I mean, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with Coloco? Do you want to go down? Do you want to go to Matherin? Where do we start with Arizona? Because it's a game I know you love.
Yeah, I'll take the Arizona side because I think Kurt's got more takes on the Wright State side.
Okay.
I think so. Kirk Kriisa I think he's doubtful. They said that he might play some off the bench today. I'd be surprised if they try to run him out in this game. I mean, his ankle looked bad last week. I think they should hold him out this weekend and just have him fresh next Thursday. If he's out or limited, Justin Kier is going to start at point guard. He had the foul game in the championship, which is why his minutes were down there. I think he plays 30, 34 here at 5'1". I think Arizona scores 90 in this game. Wright State in their play-in game, that was a 93-82 game in regulation. And Arizona's 8th in tempo. Wright State's going to run with them. This is the nut game of the slate. We got the Arizona studs priced down for some reason. I want at least 2 Arizona on every team. I think there are 6 guys in play here. Benny's at 7. Benny's at 7-8.
Rank them for us, Stevie. I really want to know.
Well, so they're in 2 tiers, right? You know, they have the 3 studs and then the ancillary guys.
Okay.
So the studs, I'll rank Benny 1, Matherin, Tubelis 2, and Coloco 3. I love all 3 guys though. And then the cheaper ones, I got Justin Keir 1, Dalen Terry 2, and then Ballo is your, you know, if you think it's a blowout, Ballo is kind of like the Anton Watson play from Gonzaga yesterday, except he's just a little more expensive. He's at 4.9, so it's not like good of a play, and he's going to be super low owned. If they blow them out, Ballo will get more run, and he's been good in the blowouts.
So I will ask you then, how many is too many with the Cats?
I think you can play 3. I think I might play 3. I mean, if I say I think they score 90 and their prices are down, why would I not play 2 or 3 of these guys? And the good thing is that Wright State, you know, has good plays on the other side. I mean, this is just, you know, you dream about games like this, you know, on slates. It kind of helps that the, you know, the rest of the slate has kind of one-off pieces I want to pick from. But I've been talking for a while. I'll let Kurt talk about the Wright State guys because I think he's got a good take on their big man.
Kurt, love these guys coming into the game, into the tournament, I should say, but today they're in a lot of problems. That being said,
Yeah.
Kate Fleek Burner, all he wants to talk about is Tanner Holden. Did we go back to him?
Love Tanner Holden. I think he's a Power 5 talent. I really like him the most today, and I know Basile is projecting just as high, but let me tell you about Basile, okay? This guy might get there on, let me say, like work alone from because he chucks the ball, but all he does is he backs into guys. That's all he can do. You're not going to back up Cocolo. How do you say his name, Steve? I always get it wrong.
It's Coloco.
Coloco.
Pretty easy.
Arizona's got like a top 3 defense inside. So
that's his game. He can knock down a shot, but he likes to get the ball underneath and back down. He'll even do it against 2-3 zone like an idiot. When they played Purdue, he had 7 turnovers, 7.6 rebounds, trying to back. And he legit tried to back down Ide and Trevion because he's an idiot. He projects well. He might get there on volume alone, but I think you draw a line in the sand. I'm not playing this guy unless it's like my 5th or 6th team. He's not good. Holden is good. Calvin shot bad last game, but I believe in him more. Those 2 are the 2 Wright State guys I like. The other guys on Wright State are decent for game sacks, but that's it. I love what Steve's been locked into Arizona all year, and I really like that I kind of have this hot Wright State take with this good of game. And I like that he said taking 2 of the Arizona studs and running it back with a guy like Kyer or Ballo in case it's a blowout, so you're kind of protected there. That's the nuts. That's the recipe.
So Stevie, would you go 2 values or the big pay up or 2 big pay ups in the value? Because it sounds like Kurt's going with the two pay ups. How are you handling it, Stevie?
I think if I'm playing 3 Arizona, I want Tube, Benny, and Justin Kyer.
Two Benny and Justin, and you want Kyer in there too.
Steve, you're giving the nuts.
Okay, good. Tony, any thoughts on Arizona here? It seems like the boys are big on this game. I'm big on the Arizona side. What do you think? And I'm going to throw Holden in there since every time I watched him play, I was like, oh God, shut up. This name is horrible. But I knew that he was just going off. So
how do you now play him when his name's Holden?
You got to.
I mean,
yeah, he's got
to. I just looking at the numbers, I agree with Steve. Like, I mean, I like Wright State guys more than, I don't know. They look like, how do you not play them? Like, I mean, how many Wright State are you playing, Steve?
At least 2. I mean, I think you can play 5 or 6 guys from this game.
I don't know how you don't play like 5 guys from this game, which creates an issue because, I mean, the whole day is going to come down to this game and everyone's going to be high owned pretty much. Well, at least the Wright State side. Arizona
Yeah.
might sneak a little bit through the cracks just because there's so many plays. But I mean, these Wright State guys, Holden and Calvin, are basically mortal locks for me, at least. They're close to mortal locks for the slate. They're just too cheap. Like, they should be.
These guys should be 7K. Yeah.
At least,
Thing
like,
is,
definitely in the
Holden-
7Ks, if not closer to 8K even. Like,
Yeah.
they're just way too cheap. They're 5,800, 5,200. And like that's why I kind of think the big stiff that you guys were talking about might not end up owned as high. So I actually think the opposite of you guys almost. Like, I think he could end up lower owned because of how high owned the two guys are going to be, which almost makes him a good play in return because he's going to end up lower owned. People aren't going to play him. People don't want to play 3 Wright State guys. So I think the third Wright State guy, you guys bring up great points, but I think it might work against you because no one's going to play that guy.
Bazili?
I think he's going to be owned here.
You think they're going to play 3 of these guys?
He just went
No,
off at 7-3.
Huh?
He just went off last slate.
But
at
he's
7-3.
significantly worse play than the first 2.
I think they
I
fade
think
Calvin.
people, yeah, I think people will
They're
play
not
Holden.
fading
and
Calvin.
Basile.
Everyone uses Turtles projections. They're not fading him.
Bazili's up there too. Bazili's up above
Not
Calvin.
even the price is 1K cheaper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I mean, I like all the guys.
We
You know,
can have
we're-
another
we're-
side bet that he
Yeah.
ends up lower on than you guys think because the
Well,
other
I'm-
two pop
I'm
way
super
harder.
back
When I
there.
run 150, he doesn't hit that. He doesn't hit near as high as the other two.
the overall
If I
point
set a
is,
rule 2 Wright State guys, he won't hit any of my teams. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I think it's. I mean, play as many guys as you want from this game.
That's
I mean,
I love that. So I might just set a rule, play 2 Wright State and 3 Arizona and just run it.
yeah, and
The problem is you got to
what
get
is what-
different somewhere. And
well,
Paulo's going to bring me home with these
Yeah.
dudes.
Tony, I think this is a prove it slate. Like
Yeah.
people have to prove that they know that they have to play 4+ guys from this game, and you just make them beat you. I think.
I agree with that. I mean, you just have to, like, even say it blows out, a lot of these guys are going to crush. So, I mean, I agree. I'm going to play 4. I won't play 5 on all, but 4 or 5 on all.
Yeah,
Stevie, I'm looking at my lineup right now. It's almost, I don't want to call it mid tier, but I got between 4,900 and 6,100 or 6K is where my lineup is kind of leading me right now. How's your build looking right now? Is it top heavy? Is it stars and scrubs? I mean, I guess there's not really scrubs here, but how's the build looking, Stevie?
well, I'm in the mania, and I don't know who my opponent is. So I don't want to give away too much. I do like the Arizona game a lot, and if you watch the show, you basically know what my team is.
Okay.
So
Okay.
That's
And our boy in the chat, is that our boy Barrick in the chat?
yeah,
Tough to do with my Duke stack. No, it's not. The Wright State
No.
guys are cheap. I don't like the Arizona. I will say that I don't like the Arizona studs as much as these guys, but I like Kyra and Terry a ton. So I could go the opposite way, play 1 good guy, 2 cheap guys, two cheap Wright State guys, and it fits my Duke guys perfect. I mean, I'm gonna end up giving my whole build again, but
I think you all
yeah,
both.
yeah. You can make
easy.
it work.
It fits perfect. Like I got the guys
Yeah.
are cheap. So yeah.
Yeah, the prices on this game just make it so easy
You
to make
guys
good
ever leave
teams.
salary on how much salary do you leave on the table normally in college, Stevie?
On a 16 gamer, I probably wouldn't leave more than like 500.
500 tops. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep going here. We're almost to our time limit. We still got 4 games to go. So hustle. UAB, Houston. We know Houston likes to walk it up there. 136 is the total. Do we want to mess with Jordan Walker? We want to mess with anybody from UAB today.
Jelly Walker, yeah, 34% shot rate. Houston's kind of a death matchup for people, so I'm not racing to play him. He projects well. I'm a bit concerned. I mean, man, on a 16 game slate, I don't think I'm going to pay up for a guy running into the Houston matchup. I do like Fabian here on Houston. His price is back down where we can play him. He was up above 8K for a while. He's playing great right now. Kind of tweaked his back last week, which concerns me for a main team. But I haven't seen anything this week that says that he's going to be limited. So he's definitely my favorite play here at 7K. I think you can play him on a main team. I just have that thing in the back of my head, with the back injury, does it reoccur? But yeah, he's an awesome play.
Kurt, UAB Houston.
All right, so I actually have a little bit on this too. So Fabian, I think his back is fine. I wouldn't play him in cash in case it re-aggravates, but I think they held him out of that game with only 3 minutes, like 2 weeks ago in the conference tournament, because they just didn't want to aggravate it. As long as it's loosened up, he's fine. I will think he'll do what he did in the conference tournament. He won't sit down when he comes out because he doesn't want to tighten that back up. But as long as it's loose, he's fine for 7K and GPPs. Don't touch it in cash because you never know. Josh Carlton 6'3" is interesting for like deep GPPs. We've seen a 50-point ceiling from him. And if White's back does tighten up and all the rebounds go to Carlton, Jelly Walker kind of reminds me of Teddy yesterday, but Houston's defense is better. We're a guy we just don't really want to play against a tough defense, but his rates are insane. I don't think he go for 50 though.
Teddy. God damn it.
I'm sorry.
Poor Stevie.
Yeah, that's
What
all
do you
I
want
got
here, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with these guys. Jordan Walker. I'm definitely going to play some Jordan Walker. Again, after you do the Arizona game and you do there's just not that many spots on a main team. But in the 150, I'm going to play, I don't know, 30% Jordan Walker, 30% Jordan Walker, be a little bit ahead of the ownership of the field. And Fabian, I mean, I've always liked him. I'm not that worried of the injury. I think he's got some upside. I don't love this game. I do like UAB a little bit, though. I think they play well. They got some swag. I watched them in the conference tournament. I don't know. I like their swag. Houston is a tough matchup, but I think UAB can hang around, and I think they could win with this Jordan Walker dude.
Stevie Davidson, Michigan State. I actually think Davidson can hang in this game. Well, look at it. What is it? Michigan State -1. So obviously other people do too. But is there any exposure here that you would want, given that Michigan State just wants to beat the shit out of him, just beat him up physically?
Yeah, I think Davidson wins this game. Michigan State has been awful down the stretch, super lucky. Per Shot Quality, which is a site that like tracks obviously quality of shot, 1 in 15 in their last 16 games. And they're banged up. Both of their point guards are, nicked. I like Davidson outright. A couple of the guys project well. It's just like in the context of the slate, I'm not sure if I can play Lee or Luka over, these cheaper Arizona studs. Luka's got the best rates across the board. I think he's the safest play. And I'm not playing anyone on State, on a 16-game slate.
Okay. Kurt Jones.
No main team plays, but if Hoggart slides in as the last piece and maybe some alternate lineups, I'm cool with that. Lee and Luka. I think I have Luka in my third lineup, and then I did like Lee in the fourth because I just think I like Luka. He's a lot more safer. Lee just shoots 1 of 10 every time he's on a slate, and it's so frustrating. Jones played a little bit of point last game, mostly a shooter. I can't get to him in anything besides maybe MME, but yeah, it's just not a sexy game.
Tony, nobody likes this game.
Yeah, I don't like it. Michigan State has just been awful all year.
Get rid of it.
This Hoggard dude, I mean, God, I played him a few times. He sucks. Like, I'm not playing him. I hope I hope some people play him.
Like, he had a great game, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, he just came off a monster game. He freaking sucks. That
makes me want to fade him more. That makes me want,
especially on a slate like this where we have all these, like, he's in the same price range as those Wright State guys. And
yeah,
I agree with Stevie. Like, just make people prove it. Make sure they can play enough of that Wright State game.
Yeah.
Like, why would you play Michigan State guys on this slate? I like Davidson too, as far as the bet side.
All right, you're with me on Davidson. Let's go.
All right, listen, there's a play that I'm thinking fits my bill pretty well here, Stevie. It's the Colgate Wisconsin game. Neither team plays very fast. Wisconsin 8-point favorites, 139.5 is the total. But who was it yesterday? Who were we talking about? The base of the starters just play the whole game. God damn it! It doesn't matter because
there's
we got
a bunch of them.
Colgate,
yeah,
right? Yeah. Just Colgate's going to run 5 guys out there. Somebody gets tired, they'll give him a quick breath. But Tucker Richardson, you okay if I throw him in there as the last piece?
Yeah, I mean, he's the usage leader. He's going to play all 40 minutes. Not the best total game, but Colgate, I think, plays well here. A lot of people who I respect in the betting industry have them +8. So, I think they keep it close. And yeah, I mean, like Tony and I have been talking about, these last 2 games, when you have a game that's going to be close and guys playing the entire game, they're too cheap. I think all these guys are in play. I think I might just take the cheapest guy and go from there. All 4 Colgate are in play. Johnny Davis, he's had a week off now with the ankle injury. With there are only a couple studs, like true 8K plus studs on the slate. I think he's definitely in the mix. Like him versus Kofi versus Paulo. I think you could play any of them. He's a stud. I worry a bit about the ankle. He was awful in that Big Ten game. I think he was like 2 of 19 from the field, but he's an All-American for a reason.
Jones, Colgate, Wisconsin. What do you got here?
Nothing besides the cheap Colgate guys, the sub 6K Colgate guys. That's
sub
it.
6K. So you
so like you said,
all of them are, right?
Moffitt.
Yeah.
My 2 favorites. That's it.
Okay. Who are your 2 favorites? Who was the other one?
Moffitt and Richardson. I like the usage rates for Richardson, and I like the cheap price on Moffitt.
Tony, late game tonight, Colgate, Wisconsin. You have any pieces?
Yeah, all these guys are too cheap. Theme of the show, like Stevie said last night to me, all these mid-majors going to play the whole game. I don't think Wisconsin's that good to begin with. They check all the boxes. These slates are hard because honestly, it just comes down to coin flips a little bit at the end, where some of these guys are going to do better than the other value guys. And yeah, I like the Wright State guys more, but would I be totally stunned if somehow these guys outscored those guys at the same price? No, I wouldn't be totally stunned. So I do think these guys are good plays, and I think Colgate hangs around. I'm not playing any Wisconsin guys for sure. I think Colgate plays them tough. So I basically agree with what these guys are saying. No way I'm playing Wisconsin guys, though.
Let me say, Jack Ferguson actually has almost similar rates to Richardson. So I actually have him in play too. I prefer him over a 5K Hogger if we're talking just a 5K guy.
Yeah, like he's going to mop him.
Yeah. I just wanted to make that clear.
All right, last game.
Even Cummings looks good. Like, I don't know. These guys just look way too cheap.
Last game, guys. TCU, Seton Hall. Seen some TCU this year. They gave Kansas a couple of tough runs. They're well coached. I think Jankovic is over there. Seton Hall, on the other hand, you know what? This is one of the teams, one of the more popular teams. I just haven't watched a lot of Seton Hall, Stevie. So can you give me a little background on Seton Hall? And I've read about them. I haven't seen much with the eyes though. And then are there any plays from TCU Seton Hall?
Yeah, Seton Hall was hot down the stretch. I think they won like 8 of their last 10 in the Big East. They lost their point guard about halfway through the year. Jared Roden is their senior leader. He's awesome. Kadari Richmond stepped into the point guard role. He's the Syracuse transfer. I've been high on this team. I was pissed to see this matchup because I really wanted to back both of these teams coming into the tournament. TCU getting out of the Big 12, I think, is good for them. They're the number 1 offensive rebound team in the country, which is surprising. So yeah, I really like both these teams. I'm not going to bet it just because I feel it's a total coin flip. I don't really like anyone DFS wise because this is going to be a slugfest. It's going to be low scoring, lots of good defense. Probably won't get to anyone in this game, even though Miles is pretty cheap.
You want to fade anything? Just fade this game, Kurt, or can you find a gem?
I had some Miles. That's about it. And let's just talk about how Emmanuel Miller and Eddie Lampkin are just, they're playing great together as far as real life basketball perspective. But yeah, just Miles.
Hey, just Miles. Tony, late game.
Yeah, I'm not playing any DFS guys in this game for sure. Okay. And I don't love it bets wise either.
Okay. All right, let's just get to our plays then, and we'll get out of here. Stevie, is it Kofi? Is Kofi your guy? Because you got a hard on for him like nobody else.
Well, since we have the side bet, I guess I'll take Kofi. Big T's got Paulo.
Okay.
And those are both late games, so that'll be fun.
Giving up projection just to own Stevie.
All right. Paulo's the play. Kurt Jones.
I think I'm going to win by about 25 too, for the record.
Stop texting.
Do
Big
Skunks
T's
pay
sister.
double?
No, I'm trying to find a spend up.
Is this like
Yeah,
points
it's a-
bet where if you win by more, you
Spend
get
up.
paid out more?
Yeah, that's what I mean. If someone wins by 20 plus, then they win 200.
Yeah,
Okay,
double.
that's good. I like that.
if I'm taking a
Kurt.
spend up, but they didn't pick. Give me Kessler but I like.
Oh,
those.
you freaking love Kessler. God, you
Look
love
at the top
Kessler.
options, Tony. Look
You
at
love Kessler.
Davis.
You played Kessler every slate the whole season.
We're gonna get Kurt in
Davis.
this.
Get in our
You wanted
bet.
to do
Yeah.
that.
Huddy
Yeah,
all the way
three-way.
around.
Yeah.
I'm backing Kofi. No, I like Kofi and Paolo better than Kessler, but I'm just saying that's what you all left me, so I'm taking Kessler.
Why don't
Okay.
you pick your favorite 7K guy, Kurt? Because there's a ton
Thank
of
you.
guys in that
That's
range.
much better. Okay, that's much better.
Take one of your Miami dudes. They're the heroes.
Give me Fabian, old man, throw out his ass, back white.
How do I not take Tanner Holden? I mean, come on, that's my
Tanner
guy.
Holden is a god.
He was in the zone that last game. It was
Yeah,
He's
put
my
up what-
dad's favorite player of all time is Tanner Holden.
Oh, settle down. Settle down.
I'm serious.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves on this one.
He's a goat.
All right, guys and ladies, thanks for tuning in.
I don't
Appreciate
get to
it.
give my favorite player one.
I thought we already gave you Ben
That was
Shara.
too easy. That was a freebie.
All
I got
right,
to
give
pick
it to
another
us.
one.
Give it to us, Tone
I
Dog.
mean, I already gave the 60, but my favorite dude is this Inoski dude against Paulo. So
Ooh,
he's my actual play, Inoski.
Anoski. Okay.
Paulo was just to own Stevie.
I don't blame you for trying to do that. It's always fun. Okay, guys.
At least we
Like
don't have to
button?
do no 16 gamers the next 2 days.
I
Yeah.
know.
Oh, that. What do we got tomorrow? 8 gamer? That's
8 and
nothing.
8.
8 games.
Oh, we could just sit down and relax tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just kick back. Kurt, are you showing up tomorrow, or are you going to get your ass kicked by Tony for hitting on his sister?
Oh no, I'll be there. I'll
Okay.
be there.
Good to see.
As long as I don't see one of the sisters in that bench behind you.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope you do. I'm praying, dude.
It's impressive that you could joke about that because you know,
Don't
I
get
think
my
I was-
feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's just-
He wants me in the family.
he's
No,
gonna
he
get his
Godfather type
he's gonna get his
operation
feelings hurt when Kofi puts up 55 on his ass. Is what's gonna happen.
Oh, let's go,
He's
Steve.
gonna need like 12 blocks to get 55.
All right, guys. Like button, subscribe button. Players 33 is the code. Hang out, add the
I'm
bet.
putting
side
up
if you
like
get
a
minute.
bunch of plays right now too. Whoever likes winners, sign up and check out the plays.
Chattanooga +8's my play. Did I tell you about that one on the
Why don't
show
you
the
ever
other
just
day?
take the money line like a man and get
I
in there
did.
and say,
I
give me
took
the
money
plus
line
280?
and the +8.
I'm sure you got like a 1/10 of a unit though on the money line.
No, as a matter of fact, it would be what's it would be 30% of a third
Oh,
of it.
that's all right. I like that.
Yeah,
That's a good
I upped
bullet.
it. Yeah, little third of it. So, and if you want Tony's play, seriously, the guy sits down and he picked the winners. I mean, it's just like me and Stevie are just grinding out here. Here we got these plays. We want, and then Tony comes up and just
The
puts
only
them.
game I cared about was St. Mary's
Richmond?
just freaking owning
Oh.
Stevie.
Yeah. that
I
wasn't
mean,
good either.
I had to ride them until they bucked, and they finally
Yeah,
did.
they did treat everybody in Run Pure good for a while.
Yeah, and they took a big
They were-
steamy one on me yesterday, didn't they?
How did
Man.
they just got pounded?
I mean, they lost
Hey,
by what,
where's
35?
Gavin? Stevie, where's Gavin located?
He lives in LA.
I don't think he's a real person still. Have you ever seen him?
I saw him last week in
I can
Vegas.
confirm it. I saw him on FaceTime one time.
Oh, he's a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he a good looking guy or just a slob or what?
Can't
But
remember that
it's got to
part.
be
Yeah,
good.
he's an ex-college athlete, you know.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
What do you play? Volleyball?
He's a pitcher in baseball.
Oh, wow.
That's how you know
What
he's
school?
good looking.
What school?
I'm not sure he wants me to give that out.
Just say it. Why not? Kurt would bang him. Okay. And, sisters, guys, doesn't matter. Kurt's all over it.
Come
So
on
anyways,
now.
Helmet, on that note, get us out of here.